Hello, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on Storybird.com. Storybird.com is where you and your class can create books and poems to share with just the class or to share with the whole world. It is free to sign up. All you do is go over here to sign up for free. And then you want to hit the educator and teacher one. Your students will fill out the student one. You fill out a username, an email, and then a password. I already created one, so mine will be over here. This is what comes up when you first log in. This is your studio. This is where all your classes will be and all that kind of stuff. But first, let's go to the You tab, to your stuff. This is where you'll find all your projects that you've done and this is where you go to see who you followed. I followed a few people. Here's a few of them. These are their books that they have done. And then here is where the followers are, who you're following. I have a few that I started following. And then here is where your followers are, which I don't have any currently, since I just started the other day. And then you can go to the bookshelf where you can save the books that you really like that some of those authors have done. I didn't save any books, but I did have a picture book that I really liked that I saved right here. Alright, and that is the You page, and here's your settings, the help, the feedback, and about, and then the log out. And next we'll go to the Create tab. This is where you can create different books and poems. There's a picture book, long form stories, and poems. The picture book is basically that. It's a pictures book, the pictures on one side and then text on the other. And then the long form is stories that have chapters and different paragraphs in them. And then the poetry is where they give you a word bank and you use those words to create a sentence or a poem that goes along with the picture that you've chosen. There's also a tutorial or 5 slides of how to do it. And I'll go through that. You basically want to pick one of these pictures. They have a whole bunch of different pictures that you can choose from. We'll pick this one, this elephant. And then it brings you to this page, which it shows you some of the images that come with it. Here are all the pictures. And then you can just hit this to use this art. And then it gives you the 3 options that you can choose from: the poem, picture book, and long form. We're going to do a picture book. And then here's the picture, and here's all the other pictures that it was showing you. And then you want to type text here. And you can really put anything that goes with the picture. It's really the student's choice to do whatever they want. And then you can add pages here, and then you just drag one of the pictures. You can put it there, put it there, put it at the top, put it on this edge. We'll put it here, and then here's your text box to type again. It also comes with a cover, which you have to go back and choose the different template that they have. There's 4 different ones. We'll just use the landscape, and it puts the last picture that you were on in it, and then you just put a title. animals, and then you can change which color you want the banner to be. We'll keep it red. And then you have to go over to this button to go back to the other pages. And here's your first page, and here's your second page. And when you're done, all you do is go to the Save and Exit button. This is where you can publish the book. If you're not finished with the book, you can go here and hit My Book is not finished yet. But if it is finished, you either go to the private or you can go to the public. We'll do the private, and then this is for, you can pick which category you want it in. We'll do Class 5, and then you can just write an optional summary about what the book is about, and then you go down here and hit Publish. And then it'll publish. In a second. And there it goes. And it also gives you an option where you can buy the book here. But here's your book. And you just click through it. And then there's it in. And then you can read it again, or you can create another book. The next tab is the Read page. This is where you can find all different books by different authors. This is where you can find different followers that you want. This is the Stories page where all the long form books and the picture books can be found. There's different categories you can search in. You can pick if you just want long form or just want picture books. You can change the age group at which it is in. And then you just click on one of the pictures and it'll bring you right to the book. And you can just click through it and go through all the different pages. And then here's where all the poetry is. And this is all the poetry that you can look through. These are the examples. And then here's the blog again. This is where it goes for the blog. The next tab is the Shop tab. This is where you can purchase your book. They have hardcover books, softcover books, digital downloads, or ebooks that you can all purchase. So you can have your book and save it forever. The last tab that we're going to go over is the Studio. Now this is where all your different classes will be at. This one is my first class that I created. This is the Miss Henry's class. I have a bunch of different classes that I created here. And then you can create a class by clicking here, Add Class. You just name it, Class 6. You can change the grade that you want it to be at, 5th grade, Add Class. And then you go here and it'll be right here. And this is where you can add students and invite them. But let's go back to Miss Henry's class. And this is where all of your students' assignments will be held. I have 3 that have been done. And then you can grade them by just clicking on them and looking at them. You can grade them by doing letter grades, or you can choose to do a numeric grading, which you just do 1 through 100 and it'll be graded. And then you just hit submit and it's submitted, and they will get a notification over here at this button saying that your teacher has graded your work. And then you can go to the next tab, Students. And this is where all your students will be. And I have a few students that I created. And then this is where you can add or invite students. This is where you put their username in. You can create their username, and then you put their first name and the last name. And then this option is where if the student already has an account, you can just send them this link or this code, and then they can just add it to their class. And then you can also move students. You can click on them and move them to a different class that you have, or you can move it to a totally different teacher's class, which this would work great when they're done with your class for that year and move on to the next grade. The next tab is assignments. This is where you can create different assignments. All you do is hit create assignment. You name it assignment 5. You put a description, write a poem, and then you just put what the directions are in that box too. You can add media, which you can add YouTube or any of these, SchoolTube, any of those. And then you can also add a picture. You can limit which artwork they can use. And then if you want, you can limit which format they have to use. Which in this one we're going to just do poems, since they have to write a poem. And then you just put the due date in, which we'll do tomorrow, and then you hit save assignment. And then the students will receive the assignment, and then they just hit the do this assignment, and they'll be able to do it. The next tab is fundraisers. This is where you can sell your book and actually get a percentage of the sales. You get 30% of all the sales that you sell. And all you do is hit start fundraiser, and you go through that process to do that. And then they also have a video of how to do it. And then if you have any questions, you just go here. The last tab is the library. This is where all of your books and your students' books will be able to look at. And you can just look at the picture books, you can look at just the poetry, or you can sort by title, by student, by recent, and that is Storybird.com. That's all you need to know about Storybird to use it in the classroom. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.